this ever happened to you? Your character is bald and there's not much you can do about it. Well, you may want to just 3D model hair, except that's a fucking nightmare. A lot of sculptors I know, if it's just a speed sculpt, they don't even model hair. And I don't blame them, it takes a lot of time, you resort to the bowl cut, it's not working, you're not having a good time, it takes a lot of time, and you're just suffering, and no one's having fun, and you look like shit, and you don't want to use a V-roid, and well, I have a solution for you. If I sound like shit, it's because I have a cold. Anyway, what you're gonna want to have to do is add the grease pencil, add the green pencil mesh thing, blank. Set it so it is on an object with a 0.01 offset. That way you can draw on the object. Look at that! Drawing cute little hair. The lines are wobbly though, and that's no good at all. But we can fix that. What you're going to want to do is set it to simplify, and just simplify it a couple times, not too much, just enough to sort of just uncrunch it. Add a smooth modifier, add a subdivide modifier, that way it all smooths out. And then what you're going to want to do is convert it to a Bezier curve. Hi, so real quick, original recording Lumi here, make sure to, once you convert the grease pencil drawing into a Bezier curve, make sure to right click simplify the curve. Once you convert it to a Bezier curve, you can go ahead and sort of just mess around with it, have a good time. Maybe straighten things out, at this point you can basically move these points all you want. Then what you can do is, in this little tab here, go ahead and add some geometry, set the offset to 0, and if you can fill the mesh and stuff like that. And then you can adjust the bevel, which is pretty neat. And then you're thinking, wow, Lumi, this kind of looks like shit. Well, don't worry, you can add a taper. By adding a curve, another Bezier curve, you can, select that, and it's like, wow, now it looks like spaghetti. That's no good at all. Watch me fuck this up. Okay, now what you're gonna want to do is go into edit mode and sort of just kind of fuck around with it, change the scale, rotate it around, and then, you've got your hair. Now, there might be a couple bald spots, and you can't have this bitch be bald. By clicking L, you can select the whole thing at once. Control D allows you to duplicate stuff, so you can really just sort of, have fun and sort of just move stuff around. Now keep in mind, this is really fast. It takes a lot less time than modeling by hand, in my opinion, or rather, in my experience, because I just did it. This method came to me in a whole fever dream because I was watching John von den Hemmel. They made a tutorial on Twitter about, drawing 3D with grease pencil, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. However, they made a tree, and I had no intentions of making a tree, but in my fever-stricken nap, I was like, wow, I could make hair with this. And so now I'm providing this to you. Now, what you can do is you can adjust the resolution of the hair and make it so it's not so heavy, because that's another issue with Bezier curves. If you forget to adjust the resolution, then it kind of just ups your resources. You have less control over it. But if you adjust the resolution, you don't gotta worry about it. This is just a quick little shader editor, quick texture to show off the UVs, to show that they're nice and shiny and not ugly. And then once you're all done, what you'll want to do is right click convert to mesh, and then you're all done.